and watched a man being murdered? We're off-duty LAPD officers.
You redact the Jameson incident, and you redact the proof that the LAPD has a history of its officers working for death row.
Where you going?
I got something I gotta follow through.
What do you mean? You can't just leave. Just brought up 90 boxes.
Hey, give me some grace on this, all right?
Grace? What does that mean?
Very indignant. I'm the Poole.
You're still full of shit, Evans.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
No, I'm not here to talk to you. Commander. Whenever care to answer a couple of questions on the record?
Fasulo, this is Jackson. Jackson Fasulo.
I've seen the Wallace murder book. Why did you redact the past instances of the LAPD's connection with death row records?
Look, I can't comment on an open investigation, okay?
It's an open investigation? Wow. Do you have any suspects?
Jackson, I'm not going to repeat myself. I cannot comment on an open investigation. What's going on here?
Jackson's been spending a little bit of time with Poole.
Oh, with Poole. This is the guy. Okay, all right. You know, you were as much an embarrassment to Edwards as Poole was to the LAPD. Let me guess. Kevin Gaines drove David Max and Impala up the grassy knoll where they proceeded to both whack Kennedy. Is that what you're going for here?
You find the unsolved murder of two young men funny?
No, not at all. I find you. Thinking that you're spending time with the man who's going to solve this, that's what I find funny. Hey, you want something off the record? Put that thing away. It's fine, put it away.
Okay.
Turn it off, put it away, and I'll tell you something, all right? This is off the record. I bet you Poole hasn't mentioned Wardell Faust. He was a mob Pyru blood that Suge Knight paid to shoot Biggie. Poole tell you that?
Track him down.
And bring along a shovel, because he was killed in 2003. And listen, Jackson, let me do you a solid here, okay? Poole is certifiable. He's a lunatic, all right? And if he's giving you his Captain America routine, and the stars and the stripes, and his badge on his sleeve, ask him about his suspension. The guy's a disgrace. The stripes and his badge on his sleeve. Ask him about his suspension. The guy's a disgrace. He's a pathological liar. I mean, the Wallace's family civil case was based upon his theory, and it was all tossed. The man is a lonely, shut-in, and he needs a warm body like yourself to talk to. So he'll say whatever you want to hear. But reporting things that aren't true is your specialty, right, Jackson? And that's the end of the story. I don't want to talk about it anymore, and we're about to have dinner, so maybe you could...
It's your time.
All right. Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph, this is your employee. Is he medicated? Is he a drunk? Why did you even let him sit down?
Yeah, come in.
Tell me about Wardell Faust.
Faust? Oh, you buying into that bullshit now. Street name was Poochie. He was the primary in LAPD's current theory.
Fucking knew this shit.
I'm a detective. A detective says, I don't know until I can prove it.
We've been talking about this dirty cop and that dirty cop. What about you, Russ? Never a mention about the cop who got suspended.
No. Let me tell you something. You have no idea what the LAPD is capable of.
Stop. How am I supposed to trust, though, a single word that comes out of your fucking mouth?
You look at these walls. I earned everything here. Letters of commendation.
And that's why your son doesn't talk to you. Because you care more about that than him.
How fucking dare you?
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club sipping Moet is where you find me. Back of the club sipping Moet is where you find me. Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign?
Hold on a window. License and registration.
What'd I do?
License and registration.
Bullshit.
Sir, are you recording me right now on that phone? Sir,
How does that feel to you?
turn off the phone.
I'm a journalist. I got First Amendment rights, and I ain't turning off shit.
Turn off that
You
fucking
interfere with my
phone,
rights.
I said. Let's go out of the
Hey,
vehicle.
what the fuck, man?
Now.
I ain't getting out nowhere, man.
Get out of the vehicle now. Nice and slow. Out of the vehicle now!
Everybody!
Turn around!
Everybody! Keep fucking
Turn
with me,
around.
I ain't done shit!
Turn around.
It's me. I'm in the LA Central.
Jack. Jack, I'd hate to tell you this, but Edwards took you off the Biggie retrospective.
Facts. I need a word. You commissioned a 20-year retrospective, and I'm not on it?
Central claim has been discredited.
According to who?
The LAPD?
Of course it was discredited by them. They couldn't solve the case in the first goddamn place.
We are distancing ourselves from the story.
Detective Miller,
Who wants to know?
March 1997, you were the lead detective on the Christopher Wallace case, right?
What are you, a lawyer or a cop?
Journalist.
Even worse. I had 1 foot in retirement. I don't remember much. Too many damn suspects. Too many damn leads.
Was Amir Muhammad one of them?
What the? Amir Muhammad was a possible shooter, yeah. But we never interviewed him.
To buy your beer?
Everybody had a shoot. Everybody had a theory. My partner asked onto the case at the time because he had a theory.
Was he a good detective? Was he a good partner?
Russell Poole. One of the best.
Younger guy, but from an older school than even I was from. Worked an honest shift. Lacked nuance. Followed orders to the point of insubordination.
Yeah, well, if the cops can be bending the rules, then where does that leave the rest of us?
Oh, Christ, that sounds like something he would say. You sure you haven't met him? You gotta be able to separate yourself from the community that you serve. Poole wasn't cut from that cloth.
You know what became of him?
No idea. They split us up. There was a cop. Dirty cop. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Bankrupt. One theory was that his loyalty lied with death row, and he was involved in Biggie's murder, so the brass put Poole in charge of an STF looking into that.
They give Poole a special task force to look into David Mack?
That's the fuck's name. David fucking Mack. Yes.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Sure. Hey, one more thing.
You know, something always struck me about that fuck David Mack. The whole time he was in prison, he only got one visitor. Emir Muhammad.
I have a question for you. Why does the LAPD give a substandard officer his own special task force?
You don't get to come here.
It's a free country.
Then do me a favor, root for the other team. Substandard. No, sir. Naive? Unfortunately.
All right, everybody, listen up. This task force is changing direction. Russ, we got a live one. We need you to shift focus.
We're on a live one right now, sir.
Let me see it for a second. Drop the death row pursuit. We got cocaine in evidence, turns out to be Bisquick. Same cop signed out every package. Probably selling it in the street. Looks like it's Frank Liger.
Fucking shitting me, man? I'm on unpaid leave. And you think I'm going to evidence control to sign my name to 6 pounds of coke I intend to steal? Come on, bro.
Did you believe him?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. This incident with Gaines drove a very strong racial wedge through the force.
There's your duffel.
Did you not want to see my ID, or?
Sure you ain't gonna rob the place?
Evidence control was so lax. It was like Detective Liger was the easiest target in the world for anybody who wanted to frame him.
Detective! You left your evidence bag.
I have to get back to Disneyland.
What?
I didn't know who to trust, so I went to the top. Chief?
Go away, Poole.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Sir, this department has bad elements. Now, I can't tell you who killed Christopher Wallace because I've not been allowed to do my job properly. Every time I turn a corner, I'm not allowed to look. Why? Because my suspects were cops. We've all sworn the same oath to uphold the law regardless of the circumstances. I believe we owe that to Christopher Wallace, to his mother, and to his family.
Poole, you insubordinate shit. I told you 100 fucking times, you're off the Wallace case. Off the Wallace case.
I went to the district attorney, and I filed a complaint against the LAPD. You ever love something so much, you know, you try too hard, hold on to it to make it work, to make it yours, to make it, no, it's just...
No.
It was a long time ago. Long time. Death Row had 3 cops in its inner circle. Right here is a list of every cop who partnered with Mac.
Investigate all of them?
I didn't have to, because there was only one stupid enough to blow $25,000 in Vegas with Mac 2 days after the bank robbery. Rafa Perez. The department forced me to follow Liga for stealing cocaine. Guess who was actually stealing it?
How do I know that name?
Because I made him famous.
Officer Perez, I've got some suspicious activity.
I'm at 1010 East Caesar East Chavez Avenue. Stand by.
What the fuck? How if I turn that shit off?
Tranquilo, Tigre. Tranquilo.
What's up? You want my candy or what?
Yeah, I found another distributor.
Hey, that's good for you, but you're not stiffing me on this, fool.
I'm not. I'm gonna get rid of you. Shots fired. Officer fired upon. I need
All units be advised. Officer Perez fired with intent. I repeat, Officer Perez is the assailant. Send an ambulance to this location right away.
All units stand by. We got 1638 needs backup.
Officer Perez! Hands in the air.
The suspect in the shooting is a police officer.
Turn around slowly to your left until I tell you to stop.
10-4 Central.
What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me?
Are you wearing your vest?
Nah, you too pink, motherfucker.
Now! Chest on the ground.
Shot me,
Now! Kick back your legs. Cross your legs. Point your toes. Cross those legs. Point your toes. I want those hands out. Hands out! Sir, I've called an ambulance. It's on its way. You're gonna be fine. Don't move! I'll blow your fucking head up!
You gonna kill a cop? Huh?
You're not an officer. You are not a police officer.
What? You my escort? How's the knee?
What kind of cop leaves law enforcement to work for a gangster?
Law enforcement? Ain't you got eyes, man? There's no such thing as law. There's never been one that can overcome man's nature. There's incentive. Men love 2 things, pussy and power. And Suge, he has both, and he gives them to men. So he got the strongest thing there is, right? And his weakness. And you know something you don't? Law enforcement is made up of cops. And a cop ain't nothing but a man.
I'll take it from here, detective.
Sir?
You want to be a gangster, son? We are a matchstick away from blood-stained streets every day. You know what stops it? The uniform. People believe in it. But LAPD has put so many goddamn cracks in that belief that people are starting to see that the police can't even police their goddamn selves. You will not be another crack in my force.
I believed in the uniform. I believed in the oath we took to protect and serve the people of Los Angeles.
I joined the LAPD, Rampart Division, in 1994.
As an officer, did you perpetrate illegal activities, including robbery, drug dealings, and murder?
Yes.
Were other LAPD officers involved?
Yes.
And I believe that every member of the department shared those same convictions.
We did it all. We're a criminal organization within the LAPD. We were a gang.
And what was the name of this gang?
I believe Perez was going to confess his part in the LAPD's corruption by saying just 2 words: death row.
Rampart.
I was wrong.
Let's reconvene in 1 hour.
So you're saying Rampart, the greatest scandal in LAPD history, which implicated 70 cops of corruption, was a diversion?
Mr. Obando, I want to apologize for what I've done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was bullshit, and it eclipsed everything, especially the Christopher Wallace investigation. Officer Gaines was linked to the Wallace murder and to death row, but I was told not to look. Officer Perez and Officer Mack were linked to death row. Once again, I was told not to look. But I had an ace up my sleeve. The Gaines family was suing Laga in the department, and I was the chief witness for the defense of Detective Laga. Gaines was a member of the Rampart Division. He was also an associate of incarcerated officers David Mack and Rafa Perez. It's my belief that these officers are responsible for the planning, cover-up, and the execution of Christopher Wallace.
That's some very explosive stuff, Detective.
A murder like that only goes unsolved if the police don't want to solve it.
I can't bring that out. But remember, if Cochran gives you an opening, when you're on the stand, you can go there.
We were ready for our day in court. The theory that LAPD cops helped orchestrate the murder of Christopher Wallace would become part of the public record. But they never let it go to trial.
You cut a deal? My own team cuts a deal? You a puppet. I wanted to go in there. Because this is my life.
Jack, it's 5 a.m. Clerk wants us out by 6. What the fuck are we doing, man? Now you found something?
Eyewitnesses notice a black sedan.
Most of the witnesses think it was a Chevy Impala SS.
What are we looking at? I don't get it.
Me too.
Okay, great. Are we done?
Yeah.
We're talking about truth, and I've seen so many untruths among these so-called officials. My mother taught me something about truth. It's a poem. She said, speak the truth and speak it ever, because he who hides the wrong he did does the wrong thing still.
Miss Wallace, this is, Jack, this is Miss Wallace.
No.
I know who you are, ma'am. 20 years ago, I made a false claim against your son.
And?
I was mistaken.
Well, it takes a big man to admit that he makes a mistake.
You're a very kind woman. Would you mind,
please,
Jack, have a seat? It's been very helpful.
With the case?
Yes.
I didn't think that you guys would be on good terms. I mean...
And why is that?
Well, I mean, you know, your family's case and using his theory to support it and then it being dismissed.
Oh, no, the case was not dismissed. It was a mistrial.
Huge difference. A federal judge caught the LAPD hiding evidence that linked Mac and Perez to Christopher's murder and declared a mistrial. Now, here's the kicker. The city of LA, they reopened the investigation because as long as it's an ongoing investigation, that evidence stays locked away in the dark.
So we cannot sue LAPD because they are investigating the case.
I might have something here. It's a search warrant for Max and Paula. They filed it after you resigned. You know? They pushed you out of the force, saying that your theory has no merit, and then they use your theory, his theory, to go forward.
Miss Wallace, this has been an unbearably long, painful road for you. I'm so sorry that you've had to endure all this.
You have nothing to feel sorry about. Because of you, I came this far.
That's what you call a guy who's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Because our life is meaningless to you. Because you have the right to kill us based on jealousy and your perception. And why? Because I'm a young black man. Grab your head.
You hear that, motherfucker? You hear that?
The sound of sirens used to mean my brother officers were on their way to assist me. Might have been the sweetest sound I ever heard in my life. I was 2 weeks from my pension when I resigned. I lost my family for a case that I was unable to close. And it's just not supposed to happen like that.
for the night. Basically loaded just according to the plate. A crafty lefty on the mound. Let's see what we got. Here's the first pitch. It's a play to third base. He guns him out at first. And we got 2 down. Base is still loaded. And there's a shot in deep left field. It's going back.
I was a beat cop when you were here. Always looked up to you, Detective Poole.
Thank you.
Russ, if you're really going in, I'm gonna go in with you. We're going together, all right? Just call me back or text me.
We still all talk about you, sir. And all the time here. But I'm afraid I can't help you, sir. Please don't misunderstand.
Sir, these warrants, they're 20 years old, sir.
Detective Poole? Detective Poole? Are you all right, sir? Can I get you something? Detective Poole! Christ, call an ambulance! Detective Poole? Detective Poole! Can you hear me? Stay with me, sir.
Mr. Poole, can you hear me? Did anybody see him go down?
Russ? What happened to him?
Oh, the son.
He's thrashing, guys. Come on.
Heart attack.
Go.
Think.
Jack. Friend of Russ's.
You listen to me. You don't have the right. You don't have a right.
You know what I'm saying. You close the case, get a promotion, it's a shiny object. But then you start thinking that you are the shiny object. Come on down from the cheap seats, look him in the eye. Tell him, I'm sorry.
Take some pretty good shots at each other, don't we? I'm done.
I'm a hack, all right? I'm a hack who forgot how to even do the right thing. So I know what the wrong thing is. Stay on this case. Make your boy think that that's all that you care about.
What's it all for?
Front page, LA Times. That was one of the best pieces I've ever read.
I know, it's good with it.
I gotta say, Jack, I'm proud of you. We're working on a new nightly segment. We're gonna need a recognizable face.
I can't work for a man who's in bed with the very institutions that we should hold accountable. We have to do better. Will you accept my resignation?
I dream filthy. My moms and pops mixed me with Jamaican rum and whiskey. Want to set off, should've pushed them dead off, wipe the sweat off.